Hello and welcome to the first Let's Play video for Simply Vanilla Sims. You can visit my blog at www.simplyvanillasimsblog.wordpress.com for more information about me and my site. I will be doing a Let's Play video on my own challenge that I created called Build Newcrest Legacy Challenge, in which your founding legacy will be building up the town of Newcrest completely from the ground up. So a little bit about the background of the challenge. Both of the cities of Oasis Springs and Willow Creek have suffered from a severe economic downturn, and the areas have also seen a major increase in violence. Pretty much think Gotham City before Batman came in and cleaned it all up. So your sim wants to start a legacy, but they think that both of these towns are too dangerous to start a family in and live for 10 generations. They have heard that Simville is expanding the suburbs around the Willow Creek area into a new city called Newcrest, and they are looking for new Sims to settle the town. So your sim signs up, and it turns out that they're actually the first person to sign up for this, and they become the unofficial mayor of the city of Newcrest here. And it is going to be their responsibility to build this empty city up from the ground. So since Newcrest is a new world with no development there are no houses or community lots yet for your Sims to enjoy. So this is going to be one of your founder's responsibilities. Your founder may never ever return to the towns of Oasis Springs or Willow Creek during the course of the legacy. Once it is completed, you may return to those towns if you wish. You are allowed to travel to Magnolia Promenade if you want to. That town has to remain as a commercial district and may not be lived in or used in any other way. You are also able to travel to Granite Falls if you so wish, and you have the corresponding game pack that it came with. And again, you can't live here and you can't build here. All of your living and building should be done in Newcrest, since that is part of the challenge. So the challenge follows its sort of normal legacy rules, and I highly recommend going on my website, which is in the description at the bottom and also linked right here below the video, to read the full rules of the challenge. But just really to make it very simple and basic, there are some basic rules, and those are: you're only allowed to have one founding sim to start out. You may not visit the cities of Oasis Springs or Willow Creek. You may not change your aspiration until they're finished. You must always have an heir to progress. No cheats, hacks, mods that give you an advantage. No restarting the game after bad events. Some other sort of very simple things that you can read about on the website if you are interested in playing this challenge yourself. And there's also some information about all of the different tweaks and issues and ways that it makes it a little bit easier to play through this. Heirs, spares, spouses, building tips, those kind of things. So each generation of your legacy is going to have a corresponding job and aspiration that will help them develop their particular community lot or neighborhood that they are going to build. So I'm going to go ahead and start our very first founder sim here and go ahead and get started with our Let's Play. So our very first founder sim is the generation of the hungry herbalist. And your founding sim is just starting out and has a huge struggle ahead of them, considering the world is completely empty. So in case you don't know, for a legacy, you always want to start a new game. So this is how you start a new game, with this plus here. And you should not play other families in your legacy save. Only play your legacy family.
So powered, sure.
I have made a sim here for us, so we don't have to spend a lot of time doing that. And so, like I was saying, your founding sim is just starting out, has a big struggle ahead of him in this empty town. And he thinks, or your sim thinks, that the best way to start building a new community in the city of Newcrest is to start with a community park where everybody can gather and hang out and get to know each other. And so the corresponding aspiration for Generation 1 is the Freelance Botanist aspiration, which he has here. You're allowed to pick whatever traits that you want. So I just picked traits that I felt were convenient for his personality and aspiration and job. So this particular generation does not have a set job that is required to be taken, but you can actually pick from one of three: the criminal career in the Oracle branch, the culinary career in the chef branch, or the painter career in the patron of the arts branch. So any of those three things. He is actually going to be a chef because it seems to go well with the freelance botanist aspirations. That's why he's got creative here. He also has romantic, give him a little edge on finding a spouse in the future. And he has love the outdoors because he's going to spend a lot of time outside. Oh, and you know what? I didn't give him a walk. So I'm a fan of the walk styles. Some people kind of hate on them, but I like them. There's a tough walk. There's a swagger walk in here somewhere. Here we go. Yeah, let's give him that. He can be kind of a swag guy. Why not? So go ahead and click play, and that will take us into the move screen where we can choose our lot. So obviously we're going to be picking the city of Newcrest. And choose your starting lot very carefully because the lot that you choose will be turned into your community lot at the end of that generation. So think about what neighborhood you want your local park to be in, or whatever particular community lot you're building for that generation before you pick your lot. So I just think I want my community park to be here. So he's going to buy this piece of land and move in. And unlike traditional legacies, you don't have to get rid of all of your money at the start of the legacy, which is fantastic. And for some reason it's really late at night on Sunday. That's interesting. It should have started a new game, but I think he may have accidentally moved into that empty town that I had open. Well, that's alright. So he missed a day of living in the Sims world. I don't think it's going to hurt our challenge at all. So let's go ahead and take it from here. So he is left now with $17,000. Since the lot only cost him $3,000, that is enough to build him a little house. So I'm going to go ahead and do that so that he has some place to live. I've already made a house as well. This is just kind of something I cobbled together for him. Took about almost all his money to build this house here. And at least he's got a bed and a TV and a computer and sort of the basics and some pots for his plants. Let's check his little stats. He looks fine, so we're actually just going to have him sleep until the next day, since it's 12 o'clock at night now. So I can just sleep till the morning. And in fact, this is actually a huge advantage for us, since I accidentally managed to plop him down into a game that started at midnight, because I had made a game to show you guys the empty world. And for some reason, not quite sure why that didn't work, but it didn't. So here he is. And he doesn't have a job, but he's hungry. And he wants to be a chef, so I'm going to make him get a job first, because I know that the job is going to want him to cook food. And he's going to have to cook something to eat since he's hungry. So he's going to get a job, and he's going to get the culinary career. He's going to be a chef in the long run. So he wants to prepare some food, and I don't want him to cook on the stove, so I'm going to have him prepare a single serving of garden salad for himself. See what notifications are popping up. He acquired the cooking skill. Nothing interesting.
That's
When they are just starting out cooking, their animations are quite funny, actually. And he also needs to use the bathroom, but maybe he can wait until he's finished cooking. Oh, look, he's going to do the earwax thing. Went excavating. And now he's going to excavate the salad. I know that Sims can drink on the toilet. And I wonder if they can eat food on the toilet as well. sometimes if you line up two actions like this, they'll actually do them both at the same time, but it doesn't look like you can eat and use the toilet at the same time. I've never tried. I don't think I would do that in real life. It seems like a little gross. So his aspiration here is, oh, come on, you have to pee and you have to eat and you have to choose which one you're going to do. You only get one option. So now he's going to get to go eat. His aspiration is Freelance Botanist, so he wants to plant something 3 times. So I'm going to see if there's anything around the neighborhood to collect. Yeah, there's quite a few things. So I think we'll send him on a little collection run of the neighborhood here. And I usually just line up all of the different things in the neighborhood and run around and harvest them all. And I usually do this enough to where I learn where everything is. And I get to the point where I will have seen all of the different spawning points and I can just keep my eye out for them and usually get a little circuit going, and they start by their house and then they move on and circle the whole property. And obviously he was going quicker than I was clicking because he's just standing around now. I don't believe there's anything in here to harvest. Obviously this is my first time actually playing in Newcrest, since I have really a few other saves I play and they're pretty settled in their own homes. So we're going to go home after we've collected everything and take a look and see what we've got here. I'm going to go ahead and sell the $100 frog. Fantastic. Both boxes, since they're worth more closed than they are actually open. And the other frog and both of the fossils as well, they're better to just leave unextracted since they're actually cheaper. And I've got a few things that I can plant now. So I've got some strawberries and a flower. I'm not sure how I feel. Maybe we'll plant some flowers. Plant some flowers here, and we'll plant an onion and a mushroom and a strawberry, and then we'll just probably get rid of everything else for now, because we'll go around and collect some more stuff in the future. Actually, I think we'll put those in the fridge. We will get rid of the flowers, but we'll hold on to the produce for cooking, since it makes the food cheaper if you cook with ingredients, which is kind of cool. So after we plant everything, we're going to go through and water it all so it grows all nice and healthy. He is feeling flirty, so maybe we'll head out to the bar and see if we can meet anybody. So he satisfied the plant 3 things. He's not going to satisfy the weed or water because we just don't have enough items to do that with. But let's go ahead and purchase some starter fruits, some starter herbs, and some starter vegetables and see what we get here. And we got another strawberry. And let's see. Okay, so we got a few things. So we already had the mushrooms, so we can just sell those. We already had the strawberries, again, just sell those. We didn't have the grapes, so we can plant the grapes. And definitely want to plant those, the basil and the parsley for cooking. And the spinach as well. Plant a spinach. And we have 2 trees. We have a plantain tree, or banana tree, and an apple tree that we can plant. And I'm going to hold on to the rest of these ingredients for food. So I'm going to go ahead and plant our items. I'm not sure if he'll come over here, and yep, he's going to come over there and plant. And things are already growing. Look at that. So water, 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 little Mr. Henry Parker, that I think that's his name. Yes, it is, Henry Parker. And And hopefully he will go over there and water on his own. I'm impressed. And look, yay! He's moved on to his next Freelance Botanist stage, which is achieve level 4 in gardening and evolve 5 different plants. Okay, so this is going to take a little bit of time to pass that point of the Freelance Botanist stage. And let's check on his job and see. So he's only 25% done with that. And he's hungry again, so he can actually make another garden salad. And then I think we'll hit the club and see if we can meet anybody cool. He cooks the salad. Oh, an earwax in the salad again. Nom nom nom. Apparently earwax in salad is very popular with the beginner cooks. They think it must be that magical secret ingredient. All right, so he's done. It's 6:30. He's pretty low on fun. So maybe you can find something fun to do at the club. I'm going to save the game just because of those crash moments. When in doubt, always save, especially after you've completed something awesome like a part of your aspiration or something like that. Oh, right, I can't go to the club because I'm doing the Build Newcrest challenge, which means we can't visit any of the other worlds. So we have a community park in this neighborhood. Maybe that's a better choice to just see who's at the park instead. Or travel to Magnolia Promenade. There's nobody in the park, so maybe we'll go to Magnolia Promenade and see what's there instead. So remember, you can travel to Magnolia Promenade if you want to. It's one of the only places you are allowed to go other than Newcrest. And I can go to the roadstead, the clothing place, or the Emporium. So why don't I just go to this place? I don't even know what it is. I've redone those buildings in my other towns with my own retail lots. So this one is the base EA families and lots. So here we are at the roadstead. It looks like it's a furniture store. Okay, well there's some people around. Let's see. Let's see if there's anybody that we think looks good enough to be a spouse. She's a little too chunky. Alright, well she could be a possibility. I have the headline effects turned off. So if you're wondering about this is something that turns off the plumb bobs and the notifications above the person's head like that for picture purposes. It's not anything exciting otherwise. So, let's see. Is there anybody here doing anything cool? Anywhere? I don't see anyone. This town is dead. Dead, dead, dead. Well, that's just depressing. Maybe if we go inside, people will show up. So, let's do that. And let's introduce ourselves to this nice lady here whose name is Gracie Boston. She's a cutie pie. She seems like a hard-working lady, too. Look at Mr. Henry swaggering over.
Ah, dag.
Hello. Okay.
Watanabe?
Oh, we should be friendly to her. Let's get to know her and see if we can find anything out about her.
Bingkapa Baru.
Oh, now he's getting
Snitty
tense
ground.
from lack of fun, of course.
The Borg.
Well, she's family-oriented. That's a great first trait to find out about. And
Sprenka. Quex Harfin.
why don't we ask her about her career and see what the answer to that is.
Gorge.
I really like that new feature. This is added with a patch quite a while ago. But when you ask them about their career, it actually pops up a little thing. It tells you what they do. She's a sales associate at the Roadstead. Oh, look, here came another lady who's also quite nice looking. Her name is Ashia. Aisha. Let's introduce herself to Aisha.
Oh, yes.
Ah, it's
All right.
Boba.
Hello, Aisha.
Oh,
And let's
Globy Nushpa.
get to know you
Yummy
a little.
Tim's
Oh, there's
Barbo.
Miss
Fuba Torka?
Goth
Twibs.
there, Cornelia, I believe, Cassandra.
Ah.
I get them confused, the iterations of the
Wixona
games.
Zarspa.
Oh, and look, there's our favorite employee back there not working.
Lisa Yibzorb. Yumba Jabe. Moon.
Alright, let's see if we can get to know her
Cardo Sabi.
a little bit. And
True
what her
Seki.
traits are.
Oh.
Well, he's really starting to... Oh, she hates children. That's not going to work out so well for us. And there's Miss Eliza Pancakes, who's a royal bee. And let's see, some more boys are over here. And Mr. Goth, Alexander Goth, is in the room. Just going to pause and do a neighborhood scan for some familiar faces or not familiar faces or attractive female Sims that we can turn into potential spouses. And I'm not really seeing anything. And his health or his fun is looking pretty low. So I think that he's going to head home and watch some TV. But he did meet one nice lady today. And he has to go to work tomorrow, I believe. So he can continue to work on his work tasks. Oh, you got the option to bring Gracie Boston with him. Let's see what happens if we try to bring her with us. Because she was the nice one. She was the one that liked, or was family-oriented, which is a great trait for a legacy family. Because you need babies. Oh, and look, there she is, in a horrifying outfit. So let's see if she'll watch some TV with us. Why don't we just ask her about our day so we can get them in a conversation. If you're conversating, you can then watch or channel surf together, I guess is the only together option. But that'll make them go in and watch TV together and continue to conversate and get to know each other and also raise his fun bar at the same time. So, all right, homie, sit down so you can chat with her. Very nice. You are cute, but man, is that getup not attractive? So he's just going to talk about himself because he is just so banging cool.
Sigluna Payun.
So let's see if we can continue to get to know her and see what some of her other traits are. I don't think I've learned any of her other traits. Yep, just family oriented. And a goofball. All right, well, not a terrible trait.
Bethate Pelka. Benu. Shabini. Woonfik Shayaman. Woo!
There was Nancy running by.
Fruge.
Well, they seem to be enjoying the TV. Oh, all right. Well, they're having a conversation. I always get nervous when they do that. I feel like they're making fun of each other, but I don't actually think that's what's happening. It's funny when they react to things on the TV. Oh, come on. She's really going to make me work for that last trait.
Utuni Grouters. Yoga. Open base whibs.
Ooh, Schwabi Glarf.
Is she political? Maybe. I don't think that's a trait in this game. I think it may have been a trait in Sims 3, though, to be political or something like that with University came out.
Lindsay Norska.
Nava Flarza.
Play your game,
Yoko.
you silly girl. Well, alright. Discuss interests a little more, see if we can figure out that last trait. And you know, sometimes you get a townie that only has 2 traits. And that's because they're generated and they haven't been given a secondary job. She's a retail associate, but I wouldn't be surprised if she showed up somewhere else, like the gym or something like that, but we'll never find out because she will never go to those locations to see her there as the trainer or the librarian or whatever she was generated to be by the game, which is interesting when that happens. So I've seen that a couple times where they, you know, I just keep asking her about her traits and I'm never ever going to find out that last trait.
Oh,
So he's going to take a little bathroom break so he doesn't have an embarrassing moment here in front of her. And I'm also going to check on the garden while he does that and just make sure that I don't have to do any other work out here and that all the plants seem to be happy in their development. And yeah, they look happy. Everything seems to be growing and developing, which is great. And she's still here, which is also great. And so I already asked her about her career, so why don't we stargaze? That is a really good way to raise a friendship between two people. And the higher the friendship level is, the better chances they have of actually having success with the romance and other options. So there they are. They're going to send stargaze right outside the door. How very funny. And oh my lord, those hideous yellow shoes. Really? Is that a good choice to you? So you can see how rapidly that bar is jumping up, and once they become good friends, I think, then we'll call it a night, since it's midnight. Yes. And she's heading out anyway, so they didn't quite make it to good friends, but that's alright. Let's just go ahead and have him sleep. And this is the first day of Simply Vanilla Sims Let's Play Build Newcrest Legacy Challenge. Again, if you're interested in playing this challenge along with me, you can visit my blog at simplyvanillasimsblog.wordpress.com for the full rules and all of the different aspirations and jobs that correspond with each generation. Everything is online on the website for you guys to follow along with me and play with me. I'd love to hear in the comments how you guys are doing with your own challenges, and I will be having day 2 coming up very shortly with a second Let's Play video. And after we get rolling with a couple days, we'll probably do a few days in every video. But I don't want to make any of the videos too long, so we're going to call it a day with our first day here in Build Newcrest Legacy Challenge in The Sims 4. And I'll just leave you with just some really fun shots of where we are in Newcrest. And this is where his lot is in Newcrest and the city surrounding it. It's an incredibly suburban developed area, and it actually is a really lovely town. There's a few mistakes that EA didn't particularly catch. If you've played the town, you probably noticed there's a whole strip of lots that's backwards in the 2D map as compared to where you land in the 3D map, but otherwise the town is actually really great for a free patched item in my limited experience of playing with it. And it was, for me, a builder, just fantastic to get a bunch of new lots to play with. So I hope everybody comes back and joins me for the next Let's Play video and the day 2 and subsequent days of our Build Newcrest Legacy Challenge with Simply Vanilla Sims. Thank you so much, and please subscribe and watch my channel. Thanks again.